My dad never really was like a huge music dude, but he was listening to like Linkin Park. When my dad had a goatee, he rode Harleys, he was like heavier set. It's funny because you would see him and you would think like, oh, this guy's gonna be like a scary like asshole. And then he'd just be like, what's up, man? You know, like, what's up, motherfucker? Like, you got a beard? But his music taste is funny because I never realized how it really influenced me because it really did. The inspiration from the song, it came from a lot of different places, but it mainly came from my dad passing away. He had just passed away a couple months before I wrote the song. I remember being in the living room, watching Netflix with my girlfriend, and like I'm starting to tear up, and I'm like, oh fuck, bro, like I gotta go. I sat down, put the YouTube beat on, I locked the door, and I start writing that song, and I'm like, I started shaking, bro, when I was writing it. I'm sitting down, and I'm kind of like catching my breath, and my homie calls me, and he's in the studio, and he's like, yo, and I'm crying on the phone, being like, and he's like, come pull up and record it. And I would have never even recorded the song. And a lot of the time when I'm recording songs, it's different. But this time it was like a freak fucking incident. I don't know, it was just supposed to happen. And it happened way different than most songs do. Can't let go. I can't let you go. I try, but I always know. I wish you was holding me close. Can't be without you, I'd rather overdose. That started off as me putting myself in my dad's shoes. I've been through a bad breakup myself too, so I had related in a sense of like, damn, I know what it feels like to be like, fuck, dude, like this might be it for me. When I was growing up, I felt like everybody gave up on my mom. I didn't give up on my mom. I couldn't be without my mom, you know? And then I get older and my dad passed away, and now I'm like, damn, I feel like it's hard for me to be without him. So, you know, it's a bar that means a lot to me. He was in a long 20 plus year relationship with my stepmom, and whenever things started to not work out, can't be without her, he'd rather overdose. I mean, damn, like the man did it. I just sang about it. When you fucked up on them pills, you can't hear me cry. Without them, you're sick and we both know why. Pint after pint till the well runs dry. If only you love me like you love getting high. Damn, when you are fucked up on them pills, you wasn't paying no attention to me, man. I might be begging you for some attention. I was never getting it. That came from a place of hurt. And then, you know, the next bar I was just kind of like, you know, it's as if I'm like talking to my dad right there, and I'm being like, yo, you were supposed to be there for me. But then it's also me being like, but I get it. Whenever I think about addicts and people like my dad, that could easily be me. I'm like one wrong decision away from being that. If my dad was standing right in front of me right now and I could tell him one more thing, I would definitely be like, I get it. I'm fucked up, can't slow down, won't come down, don't know how. My dad's dead, my mom's proud. My dad's dead and my mom's proud. If you knew me growing up, it's the craziest fucking thing ever, because it's like, bro, my whole life growing up, it was like, I'm playing sports. My dad's driving me like to these places. They're spending the only money they got on me playing baseball. I'm the quarterback of the football team. He's coming to every one of my games. Like, it was my dog. It was like my best friend, right? We were spending all this time together. He was proud of me my whole life. And my mom was a drug addict. And like, you wouldn't have thought my mom was gonna make it out. And so that line is like being like, I can't believe that my dad's dead and my mom's proud, instead of the other way around, which I would never want it to be. Neither of them do I ever want either of them to die. But as a kid growing up, I'm thinking, man, if something happens to one of my parents, it would definitely be my mom. And then it didn't happen like that. So it's just a fucked up thing to go through, man. You know, it's like it kind of just fucks your head up. Like, how is my dad dead and my mom proud? Got bro stuck in our hometown, my bank account got zeros. I'm supposed to be the hero, but here I am still fucking up. I'll drink my weight in beer though. My bank account got zeros. I'm supposed to be the hero. It's funny because I was like, I was making TikTok money at the time. So I was making like 10 bands a month on TikTok, thinking pooh, boy, hey man, somebody called a Lambo store. I'm like, shit, I'm making 10 racks a month. What's up? I'm about to get man, I thought I was gonna be rich. All my homies are looking at me like, hey man, what's up? Like, you getting 10 racks a month, legal money. I'm like, my dad just died, bro. I'm like in the bar every night. I'm getting fucked up. I'm doing drugs. I'm getting high. I didn't care about nothing, bro, for a long time. Since then, though, thankfully, like, I've been on a better path than that. I know that you hate me and I hate me too. I can't get over what I did to you. You tried to help me and it wasn't going through. I hope that you miss me 'cause I miss you too. I can't get over what I did to you. It's just kind of, I'm a lot like my dad. I've ran off people in my life too that were trying to help me out. Like, you get mad at somebody come up to you and they're like, hey bro, you gotta quit buying polo. But you buy polo every day. It's like, man, what the fuck do you know? This is my money. I'm buying polo. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, what you gonna tell me what I need to do, man? I'm doing fine. Don't. And I think that was just kind of me being like, yeah, man, I'm a lot like him in that way. I can relate to that. Please don't walk away. I'm too high, please don't look me in my face. You lose faith with every pill I take. Can't be without you, I'd rather die today. That bridge right there, it's Z's spin on it, man, and he's a talented writer too. And we were sitting down while he was writing and talking about it, and he's like, man, I want to like express how I feel about it. Him and his girl or whatever at the time, you know, he's getting stoned, you get stoned, and your girl don't want you to be stoned. She look at you and can tell that you're stoned. She's pissed. You're thinking, oh fuck, like, I can't get over this hump. I would rather die than not be with you. He was kind of saying how maybe he relates to my pops in that area, was of him being like, man, I'm, you know, too high, please don't look me in my face. Like, don't look at me. I think that bridge is one of the most important parts of the song. Like, people really relate to that. I grew up thinking like, oh man, my parents are fighting. It must be about money. Oh shit, I gotta eat motherfucking cereal for the 8th time, or nah, for real, I gotta go across the street and eat at my homie's house because his family's cooking a meal and my family's like, hey, don't go miss out on that. We was not dirt poor, we was mad poor, but it was like 2 parents, 8 kids, 1 house. It's just so weird how money affects things so differently, but you grow up thinking it's gonna fix shit and it's like, it just doesn't.